Oh my gosh, wow, holy crap, that's amazing. Well, I had to do it. I had to get the baby carrier that lets me play in the garden with the baby, and yeah, it's working for the moment. As you can see, I've been busy potting up peppers from their initial 6-cell trays into these red solo cups. The process takes a few weeks, but I'm finally done with that and I'm excited to share the progress with you. The plants in these cups will have more room to grow, allowing their roots to expand and become strong. This process is essential for healthy plants and good harvest later in the season. I start potting up by preparing the cups, poking holes in the bottom for drainage. Then I carefully remove the pepper seedling from its 6-cell tray and taking care I don't want to damage those roots. Next, I fill the red solo cup about halfway with a potting mix. I place the seedling in the cup, ensuring that the root ball is completely covered. I fill the rest of the cup with the potting mix. I press down gently around it to secure the plant and eliminate any air pockets. Don't forget about poking the drainage holes in the bottom of the cup to prevent waterlogging. Over the next few weeks, the roots will fill out this cup and the plants will be ready to move to their final location in the garden beds. It's been pretty warm here in the last few weeks, and I bet many of you are ahead of me. I'm kind of behind. Probably you've got your peppers in the ground, but it'll still be a week or two before I get mine in the ground because, well, I'm running out of time. Well, some other spring veg that I've been planting out in the beds include beets, red cabbage, kohlrabi, spinach, lettuce, Chinese cabbage, chard, lots of kale, and some broccoli. Another thing I've been planting out in the garden beds, new to me this year, is putting various annual flowers in the kitchen garden beds with the veggies. Some of the ones that I've been putting out here include the Zulu Prince, Cape Marigolds, carnations, phlox, statice, and snapdragons. I gotta move these lettuce plants. Lettuce starts, the romaine lettuce, out to the, well, that way, out to the greenhouse from the nursery. They're getting kind of leggy, and yeah, hopefully if I get them to outside where it's a little cooler and they got natural light and they start growing normally, we'll have some romaine lettuce start to put in the beds. Well, I'm cleaning out the greenhouse back here. We got the deck furniture out of there and onto the deck to get that set up, and we're expecting 90-degree weather coming up soon in a few days, and then after that it looks like 70s, mid 70s from there on in for the next the rest of May here. So I don't know, are we now in summer? If that's the case, this greenhouse isn't going to be very useful to me once we hit that kind of weather. I'm going to clean it out. We'll probably do a thorough washing, and we will leave it open for the summertime, I think, is what I'm planning to do. Here are the plants that I'm starting from seed in the last couple of weeks. A lot of herbs: basil, Thai basil, tarragon, borage, chervil, and summer savory. Salvias are related to sage and more widely are considered part of the mint family. But don't worry, it's not the type of mint that will just take over your garden. Salvia is admired for its vibrant, long-blooming flowers and aromatic foliage. They come in a variety of sizes and colors, and there's likely a salvia variety you might enjoy. I've planted Blue Victoria and Violet Queen salvias this year. There are many types of salvias, from annuals to perennials, and from herbaceous plants to woody shrubs. Some are frost tolerant, while others are more suited to warm climates. You want to research the right variety for your garden based on your climate, soil type, and the amount of sunlight your garden gets. Salvias generally prefer full sun, but some varieties will tolerate partial shade. They like well-draining soil, and they can often handle poor soils where other plants might otherwise struggle. I plant mine in this lilac row, which is full sun. The potential downside is that they're crowded out by all these muscari bulbs in here. You can start salvias from seeds, cuttings, or buy young plants. I start mine from seed in the basement nursery around February. Salvias are relatively drought tolerant once established, but they need regular watering while getting established. Be careful not to overwater. Like anything, this could lead to root rot. While salvias aren't particularly heavy feeders, they will appreciate some compost or a slow-release fertilizer in the spring to promote more vigorous growth and lots of blooms. I'm using the same all-purpose organic fertilizer I use on everything. Most salvias benefit from regular deadheading to encourage a longer blooming period. In late winter, early spring, you can cut them back, the previous year's growth that is, and hopefully that'll encourage some fresh new growth. Growing salvias is a rewarding endeavor for me. These hardy, attractive plants are a wonderful addition to the garden. They provide great color and they attract beneficial insects and pollinators. Well, I thought the artichokes I started from seed back in January were just gratuitous because the area I've been growing artichokes in was already full with plants from prior years. However, it appears that many of those prior year artichokes have died off over the winter. Artichokes are theoretically perennial here, but I find that they often die if we get a really cold winter. We did have a couple of solid freezes and snowfalls this last winter, so I'm assuming that's what did these in. I guess it's good that I had these spares ready to go. Not everything works out perfectly here at PDX Garden Home. A couple of examples. These brassicas and black-eyed Susans got killed from early hot days and me neglecting the watering. I was attempting to try to save them, but ultimately I need to conserve time and energy this time of the year and spend it only on the beautiful things I have available to plant with the highest probability of success. Another challenge are these central beds in the north kitchen garden. I mean, look at this jungle, lots of weeds. I felt like we did a reasonable job of weeding this until mid-April, and then I got busy planting everything out, and growth was exploding all around, including the weeds, and well, here we are. Here at PDX Garden Home, I do have grass. I hesitate to call it a lawn. I have grass paths and a 10 by 10 patch in the north kitchen garden. I've attempted in prior years to seed it, weed it, make it perfect, but I'm all over that. I just let it be green, and I mow it short in the spring and summer. The mowing routine just started this week. I regularly mow at the lowest level because I like the look of short grass between the garden beds. But the first mow, I put it up a notch in terms of height. This is grass just a week later. This time of year, it's growing incredibly fast, so I've now put the height down again and doing a second mow this week. The lilacs are starting. The lilacs are so fragrant right now. And over here is feverfew. It's such a hardy plant and it fills the space and it will produce little white flowers. My wife's not particularly fond of it, but I like it.